In the Dnipropetrovsk region, an Iskander operational tactical missile system delivered a high-precision strike on a concentration of Ukrainian and NATO armored vehicles. The target belonged to the tank battalion of the armed forces of Ukraine's 44th Brigade, located near the settlement of Vasilkovka. According to Russian reports, among the destroyed equipment were German-made Leopard tanks. The strike once again demonstrated the accuracy and reach of Russia's missile forces, turning a fortified staging area into a scene of devastation. On the open battlefield, a 155mm 2S-22 Bogdan self-propelled gun of the Ukrainian armed forces came under silent pursuit. From above, a Lancet loitering munition locked onto its target and dove with deadly precision. A moment later, a blinding explosion engulfed the vehicle, marking the complete destruction of the Bogdan by the Russian armed forces' unmanned strike. A thunderous roar echoed across the front as the crew of the self-propelled artillery unit Pion from the West Group of Forces opened fire. Their massive gun unleashed a series of precise strikes, obliterating a temporary deployment point along with fortified firing positions and observation posts of the Ukrainian armed forces. The earth shook with each impact, marking another decisive blow on the battlefield. Artillery units of the Sever Group of Forces, operating under the 44th Army Corps, delivered a precise strike on a Ukrainian UAV command post in the Kharkiv direction. The target was identified and destroyed with pinpoint accuracy, disrupting enemy drone coordination and communications in the area. The operation once again underscored the efficiency and precision of Russian artillery in countering Ukraine's reconnaissance infrastructure. Amid the ruins of a shattered building near Volchansk, a UAV from the 57th Separate Motorized Rifle Brigade took flight. Its mission, to guide a Ka-39 Lemur missile toward its target. Further south, near Su-34, the 10th Separate Motorized Rifle Brigade carried out a precision bombing delivery using FAB munitions. The massive explosions tore through enemy fortifications, sending shockwaves across the battlefield and leaving the area cloaked in smoke and fire. Units of the 36th Separate Guards Motorized Rifle Brigade under the 29th Guards Combined Arms Army have taken full control of the settlement of Vishnevoye, one of the enemy's heavily fortified positions. In the course of intense fighting, assault groups cleared more than 280 buildings and secured a fortified zone spanning over 10 square kilometers. The operation demonstrated the brigade's steady momentum and tactical precision as Russian forces continue advancing across the front. The Russian military has reportedly shot down a Ukrainian drone in the Kharkiv region. The incident occurred while the drone was allegedly conducting a reconnaissance mission near the front line. Local authorities stated that the air defense system responded swiftly and destroyed the target in the air without causing any damage on the ground. The Russian military has reportedly been intensively conducting operations using UAVs and FPV drones. These missions target enemy positions with high precision, while conducting reconnaissance to identify strategic targets. The unmanned airstrikes are reported to have caused damage to enemy vehicles and military equipment, while also disrupting enemy logistics. Russian forces continue to leverage advanced drone technology to effectively hunt targets on the front lines, increasing pressure on enemy defenses. In Sumy Oblast, Tula paratroopers struck with precision, uncovering and destroying hidden enemy positions. Their coordinated assault eliminated key equipment and critical components of the Ukrainian Armed Forces drone control system, crippling aerial operations in the area. Further south, UAV operators from the East Force Group took aim at fortified positions in Dnipropetrovsk Oblast. Their drones unleashed devastating strikes, obliterating a machine gun emplacement and neutralizing Ukrainian personnel stationed there. Meanwhile, in Kharkiv Oblast, attack UAV crews of the North Force Group targeted enemy firing points and entrenched bunkers. Explosions ripped across the landscape as the drones delivered precise hits, leaving the defensive line in ruins. In the Krasnoarmysk direction, special forces from the Center Group deployed FPV drones for close-range assault missions. The drones darted through the battlefield, slamming into Ukrainian firing points and infantry positions with deadly accuracy, ending another wave of resistance before it could rise. When coordination turns into firepower, silence follows. In the Konstantinovka direction, artillerymen of the Yug group of forces open fire with their 122mm D-30 howitzers. Their rounds cut through the air with precision, striking 2 Ukrainian UAV command posts and severing control links in an instant. The enemy's screens go dark. Communication lines fall silent, but the operation doesn't stop there. Further south, in the Dnipropetrovsk region, a D-30 gun crew of the Vostok group of forces continues the assault. A sequence of measured strikes lands directly on the armed forces of Ukraine positions, dismantling remaining drone control centers one by one. The coordination between artillery units across fronts turns the battlefield into a network of synchronized destruction, methodical, disciplined, and absolute. The Russian Air Force has once again carried out an attack in the Kupiansk area. An FAB bomb was dropped and reportedly struck a Ukrainian drone control position in the Lesnaya Stenka area. This strike is part of Russia's ongoing air operations along the Eastern Front. Last night, tensions flared once again in southern Ukraine. A Uragan 2-type unmanned aerial vehicle reportedly attacked an energy infrastructure facility in the city of Podolsk, Odessa Oblast. Loud explosions were heard in several areas, followed by power outages across parts of the city. This drone strike is part of the latest wave of escalation in the Odessa region, which has recently come under renewed air attacks. The Ukrainian government described the strike as a systematic effort to weaken the country's energy infrastructure. From Odessa, this is the latest report on the Uragan 2 drone attack. We will continue to monitor developments on the ground. A Mercedes-Benz Geländewagen 250 GD Wolf-based anti-aircraft launcher was hit by Lancet loitering munition, adding to the list of military targets struck in the latest air attack. A large-scale attack has been launched against Ukraine, targeting energy and infrastructure in Lviv, Ivano-Frankivsk, Vinnytsia, Zaporizhia, and Mykolaiv. Using Kinzhal missiles, Kaliber missiles, cruise missiles, and UAVs, the airstrikes continue, causing damage, fires, and power outages in several areas. Across one of the frontline fields, the ground lay scarred and silent, strewn with tangled fiber optic cables from countless FPV drones. Each wire told a story of recent battles, of machines guided by unseen hands, and of a war increasingly fought through the eyes of the drones that never sleep. In the area of Kostiantynivka, the southern group moved swiftly to disrupt enemy movements. Ukrainian forces attempting to rotate their units were intercepted and stopped in their tracks. Precision strikes and coordinated maneuvers by the southern group thwarted the rotation effort, leaving the enemy disoriented and unable to regroup. When the offensive never sleeps, destruction becomes routine. Russian forces push deeper into the Dnipropetrovsk region, storming Pokrovsk with unrelenting precision. Fighters of the Center Group of Forces conduct round-the-clock assaults, annihilating Ukrainian infantry and hardware. Supporting the advance, strike drone operators unleash pinpoint hits, obliterating a Humvee, a field warehouse, shelters, ATVs, antennas, and vehicles. Each strike carves through enemy defenses, leaving twisted metal and silent ruins in its wake. The footage reveals only glimpses of a larger reality, a steady, disciplined eradication of NATO-trained militants and their equipment. In the Donetsk People's Republic, crews operating the Uragan multiple launch rocket systems from the southern military district struck a temporary deployment site and defensive position of the Ukrainian armed forces. The rockets landed with precision, tearing through enemy fortifications and disabling key defensive structures. That's all for today's update. Thanks for watching, and don't miss our upcoming videos.